So I've been working on this awesome project for the last week or so. It's been very long nights. Very tired, so I'm going to try and stay awake for this.
Okay.
I don't remember where I was going with this.
Okay, well, can you cue the roll call at least, please?
Not until I remember what I said.
Nothing better for a podcast than dead air. I can't tell if this is still a bit or not.
That's the bit.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Do the roll call.
We are live! Zenkaiger!
Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster, late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster Garza.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 353.
Episode Shuppet. Shuppet!
And why don't you shut it?
I don't like Shuppet.
Shut it up your way!
I don't like Shuppet, and then Bennett's fucking terrifying. I was more of a. What's his name? The Sableye. I like Sableye
Okay.
a lot.
You see Mega Sableye? Just a giant ass.
No, he's talking about a fucking. And he's just like got a like got a big smile on him.
Got a murder face on him. There's Shuppet.
Yeah, Shuppet's boring.
I think it's alright.
Oh, that's shut it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was working this week. I actually got to work this week. It was interesting, very fun.
What the
And
fuck?
there are big quotes on like the walls of the office that we were at. And then I find this, which it just blew my mind that someone actually put this up. And the quote is,
I can barely tell what it says.
never argue with the data.
Ah.
Sheen from Jimmy Neutron.
Ah.
This is a bookstore company
They're just quoting Jimmy Neutron.
that have a quote like in plastic. Like they had to pay for this from Jimmy Neutron.
Oh wow, and all that text that's in the background,
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of fucking HTML.
I mean,
I see Indigo in there! Sin! It's code from Indigo's website!
oh,
We can hack their site.
Oh my god! Content, indigo.ca.
anyways, Jimmy Neutron's fucking amazing. So what? That's cool. I love the Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron's amazing, so what's the problem?
Yeah.
It's actually getting a complete DVD set.
Cool.
I might actually want that. And probably by
Wait, for the movie or the show?
The show.
Cool.
Ooh, I love Jimmy Neutron. Like that's.
Brain blast!
Sheen, do not touch the rocket. JN. Hey, Jimmy Neutron! Someone keeps writing JN on all your stuff, Jimmy Neutron!
No, my favorite's Jimmy. I don't know how this works. Well, come on, Carl. It's not rocket science. Actually, yeah, it is rocket science.
And yeah, everyone's canvassing for Hugh Neutron to be in Nick Smash.
Ooblar, that's toast. Oh, hello, toast.
Apparently, Hugh's voice actor actually is like fully open to be like, if you want me to do voice bits, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, Lane and I were talking about how someone got him to do the sand speech.
We should hire him to fucking do Castranger.
Yo!
Well, hi there!
Well, welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger! Cue the roll call, Jimbo!
Yo, I might actually look into that.
Oh, Hugh Neutron, you lovely man. I follow him on Twitter now because it's fucking awesome. I'm going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Alright, anyways, if you're listening to us for the first time, hi, thank you for making it through all that fucking chaos.
We are three ex-residents of Retroville.
The three Castrieros! I fucked that up.
And we're talking about three things, but I didn't get to watch the third thing because I fell asleep because I had a plan. The plan failed.
I still have what a disaster that sentence was. I couldn't sleep because I had a plan!
That moment where I just realized we met Rob Paulson, and that means I met Carl Weezer.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Paul interviewed him.
Yeah.
He's on my list of people I still need.
He's so fucking nice.
He's on my
so
list of
friendly.
people to kill.
I remember I asked him a question about Bump in the Night, and then the entire fucking panel room just went nuts. And he's like, "You remember that show?" And it's like,
People watch that?
I love Bump in the Night.
Alright, anyways. So yeah, we get together to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing. And our topics for today are Kamen Rider Saber episode 45,
Woo!
Zenkaiger episode 22,
Yeah.
and the 2-episode ZenkaiRed miniseries.
So garbage.
I didn't know until after we watched it that this apparently takes place after the fucking movie, so that's my mistake.
Yeah, because I watched the movie.
Yeah, even though I clearly told you the 2-episode miniseries, not the movie!
Well, I had time to watch both, but then I passed out.
Not the movie!
Then I passed out. We'll go in the snow. I missed it again.
Essentially,
And then I watched, and then I missed, and then I watched, and then I missed.
they had wings. That
You
was
think
Monster
Zenkai Red is causing the accidents?
I had a popsicle.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Network.
Alright,
Drumsticks, that's what they're called. That's the ice cream cones.
okay.
So yeah, me and Nietzsche have some things to say about the Zenkai Red special, because we went from curious to happy to excited to extremely angry and disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, is it because of the whole dream thing?
Spoils! But yeah.
Anyways, it's Q Saber thingy.
So hey, remember Pandora Tower from Build?
Yeah.
It's back in Pog form.
Swords.
Sort of looks like
In
the
sword form.
sort of looks like the ancient power from Ultraman Trigger.
So I guess they got a little bit of extra budget, because holy fuck the fight scenes in this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, because they fired the head writer. So that,
Yeah, probably.
They used the money they were going to pay him with and put it into the action budget.
yeah.
God, I hope if we ever see him again for another Kamen Rider series, we're all just gonna be like, "Get the fuck out!" No,
You know what you did. We're not letting you do
you
a third one.
promised us you would stay for this one, and you didn't.
You
You
lied.
did lie.
Wait, how odd is it that we are currently both watching a finale from both Rider and Ultraman, both written by Keiichi Hasegawa?
It's pretty good.
So let's rip this fucking band-aid off right away. Fucking Sophia is Calibur now.
Sophia is Calibur. That's amazing.
Weird, because I see her more of like a bow and arrow.
I would like to see that actually.
I don't know, just like a remodeled like Sword of Darkness into a bow and arrow.
No, you just don't use the Sword of Darkness.
It's just
Been over this.
It's just such a flimsy pretext. It's like, oh, so she's dying because everyone attached to Wonderworld is dying because Wonderworld is
And
dying.
then Yuri just goes, "Hey, you're
So
congratulations, you're Calibur now."
here, hold the fucking Kuriyami so you won't die. And then she just walks onto the battlefield. I fucking got it. I might as well use it, I guess.
I can fight.
And of course, she's fucking ass at it because she doesn't fight. And then, out of nowhere, the spirits of Kamijo and Hayato just wake up inside the sword and go, "We'll help you," and then suddenly she knows how to fight. She just channels their ability to sword fight.
Also, I really don't like adult Luna. She's such a downer.
I mean, it's the end of the fucking world.
I just don't like Adult Luna because she's a terrible actress.
But I love the like. I'm gonna call her Aluna. For adult Luna.
Aluna?
Yeah, Aluna.
Aluna. So Aluna goes
Is that
up.
like
to,
Allura?
So Aluna goes up to Storius, and she's like, "Please don't destroy the world."
She
And
literally walks into Storius' fucking construction site ass chamber and goes,
yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be, but that does not look like the inside of that tower.
I honestly think they picked it just for the scene from next episode where Toma falls down the fucking hole.
Honestly, if they wanted to fix it, they could have green screened so that it was like a dome in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm off point. Luna just astral projects herself into that room just so she can walk up to Storius and go, "Could you not, though?
Could you not destroy well?" And Storius just goes, no.
Addendum, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's like the scene from The Grinch. This could possibly change my life.
Really?
No.
So out front, Psycho and Calibur decide to tank the Mooks as they start the fucking 1,000 Heartless battle outside.
Oh, I was like, I really wanted to put the Ninja Turtle movie theme over it.
Yeah, so
like as they're charging through. So
they're fighting these random fucking mooks they've never seen before. And then they're fighting, and then they get inside and they fight the four sages again, and they're getting their fucking asses whooped.
They just do that whole thing where like two of them step forward and sacrifice themselves. It's like, go on without me, we'll hold them off here. And then they do that literally 4 times in the episode.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Dice Shinji's like dead.
Yeah, he might be dead.
Because he like looks at his sword and he's like, I wish I could hear you one last time.
Precious sword, you'll keep me safe.
And then they do a really long still shot of just him lying there,
and then
not moving.
And then they cut back to him still lying there later.
You know what they needed? They needed the music from Final Fantasy VII, where I believe it's like the save music. I don't actually know the name of the song, but like I'll give it to you guys after we're done recording so that you guys can hear it.
Okay. When does it play?
I believe it was like when you're saving the game file, or like it's in the...
There's no music that plays. There's just a when you touch the save point.
Are you thinking of the battle theme?
No.
Are you sure you're not thinking of FF7?
Yeah, it is FF7 because someone was playing it in the living room once. Yeah. And it was like, I'll look up.
I love the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah. It turns out that something I put out there as a prediction a while back ended up kind of true. Oh my god. A while back, I thought, wouldn't it be funny if, like, this whole world was a story? And it would be significant because Toma would be the one to end up rewriting the story ending. Yeah, that's kind of what happened!
Yeah, all of history apparently is, like, been predetermined.
Everything that ever happened in human history, technology, invention, war, all of creation, was apparently all according to the scripted series of events within the big book of all knowledge.
That's right, folks. 9/11 was destined to happen no matter what. I wish it didn't, but...
So I was kind of right. The whole world is part of a story.
And you know Stories is going to say this to Toma, and Toma's just going to be like, oh yeah, well, fuck you!
Just pulls a gun, blows his head off.
Well, the guy with the gun just died.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, so Luna walks in and tells Storius to just fucking not, and Storius goes, sorry, and also fuck you.
Yep. Yeah, Ogami gets his ass kicked, and then...
They all get their asses kicked.
And then Kenzan, he does a cool... Speaking of FF7, he kind of does a bit of an Omni-Slash kind of thing.
Yeah, that was legit amazing.
Yeah.
So Kenzan uses the Disaster book with the Kiyomu, which lets him do fucking Calamity Strike. And I'm just going to go ahead and call this Calamity Strike version 5 or version 6 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because it was legitimately the fucking Omni-Slash from FF7 Advent Children. He just, like, swords got spread around him and he just, like, runs through him in, like, a fucking star pattern, grabbing the swords as he goes. And that was fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, Vegas. I had to say I said that, but like when like Ichi was saying like all of history was predetermined in this book, I was like, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, so that was planned all along.
We'll just take that page out of the book.
Yeah, that I wish that didn't happen.
That one's non-canon.
Yeah, no, it's not canon. Yeah, fucking Sophia getting like the spirits of the other two. That's stupid. It's so dumb.
I mean, it does kind of make sense, because, like, we know that their souls are trapped within Kuriyami, so it stands to reason that she could channel their power.
I feel like this...
I just think that her becoming Calibur was completely unearned and done under such a fucking technicality of a pretense.
Disaster should never have died, and he should have become Calibur.
Oh, that would have been cool. No, I would have liked to see...
Oh, you got the music?
Yeah, I got the music.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna play the first bit of it.
Okay.
So, like, as like Dai Shinji's laying there, all I'm just picturing is this.
Oh, that's the world map theme.
That's it.
Yeah. FBI.
I thought you were gonna go with the song that plays when you sleep at an inn.
Oh no. But yeah, the whole disaster thing, I thought that was pretty... It's like,
pretty cool.
But so I don't know why some people have been comparing this finale to the recent finale of
I mean,
The
this isn't the
Flash.
finale, but
Oh God. Yeah, they have lightning lightsabers now.
what?
Yeah.
In the Flash, people have just been bitching about how this show's finally.
So Flash and Reverse Flash, team up against the another speedster. It's called Godspeed.
That's pretty good,
You
actually.
fought Godspeed,
I like
Zoom. There's the armored Savitar, which is like a corrupted Flash from the future. It was actually pretty cool.
You know what? I think Godspeed is an amazing name for a speedster.
And then Flash.
Does he think he's a god? Is he that kind of
Yeah,
asshole?
he thinks he's the god of speed.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah. And then Flash's daughter is called XS,
Oh, cool.
like XS.
Yeah, I got it.
And then there's Kid Flash.
Yeah.
The,
Anyway, but yeah, as I was saying before you came back in, I think Disaster, if Disaster survived, him continuing to be Falchion, I think would have been a really good idea.
I feel like this is a good medium. Like Disaster, I can't regain my physical form, so use the last bit of energy that I have left.
I was fully expecting Kenzan and Disaster.
That's Godspeed, by the way.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting Kenzan and Disaster to end up like Eiji and Ankh, where like Kenzan goes on a journey to figure out a way to fix his book and bring him back to life. And then this episode happened. Whoops! That's not happening anymore.
Nope.
I made sure my friend was extra dead by using him in a Hisatsu.
Also, and then while this is all happening, May's reading like Toma's book, and then she cries on it, and I'm like, God damn it, May.
And then like she goes like, I have to do what I can do, and then she goes off, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Get his fucking book published?
I made a joke being like, I'm gonna turn this into a Rider Belt and become Kamen Rider May. It's gonna piss Ichi off. Yeah.
No!
At first, I was like, when she was reading it, it gets to the final thing. I'm like, what's with the script? Oh wait, no, that's the word for the end.
Is it? I thought it just looked like a 3.
Yeah, no, it's like if you if you tilt it a certain way, like if you tilt it the other way, it is the word the end.
Okay.
It's the end of the book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's like a W, which is like lowercase omega.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
There you go. Clever show. Clever.
See, this is why you should not buy Japanese scripts because it's not like how if we made like say.
They're not only read fucking right to left, but it's also like you start at the top and go to the bottom, and then
Yeah,
it's like right to left and vertical. It's the literally most confusing it could possibly be.
Imagine trying to.
Yes, Calibur is the B of Saber.
It's the Ixa of Saber.
No, that's an insult to Ixa.
Oh.
Ixa.
Ixa had like what, 8 users?
Yeah,
God.
I think it was 6.
Let's see. It is Toya.
Otoya, Jiro,
Oh.
Rook, Itoya, Yuri, and Megami, and Kengo. So 7.
Yeah, and
7.
Nago. Or whatever. The actual Ixa.
Oh, did I not say Nago?
No, he didn't say Nago. So 8.
Yeah. Otoya, Jiro, Nago, Rook, Itoya, Yuri, Megami, Kengo.
Yep, 8.
So yeah, 8.
Yep, 8
Okay.
users of Ixa.
All right.
God, so overused.
So yeah, Calibur is the B because there were 3 users.
Oh.
I just thought it was sort of dumb of Rentaro.
I mean, there were 4 Caliburs, but yeah.
It's like,
Well, actually, 4 of the B users. Kagami,
Mishima.
both Hoppers, and Mishima.
Yeah.
how like Rentaro and Daishinji, they killed the one general. And Rentaro just books it past Ren. He like books past Rentaro
Yeah.
and Buster,
Uh-huh.
passes past the siblings, which
Uh-huh.
oh god, when it's like I will always protect my sister. I'll always protect my brother. I honestly do not give a shit about the both of you.
Just fuck already!
No! I not have Game of Thrones in my rider, thank you very much.
It's just like they're so both. What? Kids, you're both just
Awful.
Yeah, awful.
I think this is the first time we've seen Buster use this specific Hisatsu. The one that says, Kaishin no Gekido! Ranmoku Geki! I remember hearing it when Paul bought the fucking toy, but I don't think I've ever heard it in the show before this episode.
Yeah, if this was an anime, this would have been the last 20 episodes
Yeah.
of just them, like, dragging out this fight.
they take that one meme of, you go ahead, I'll hold them off, and they do it fucking 4 times, and I'm like, what is this, the end of A Realm Reborn, Final Fantasy 14? Because they did that shit too!
Yeah, it's like Pokemon 3. That's the 3rd movie.
It's been so long since I watched that.
Gotta go save Ash's mom, but then, what's her name, keeps changing into, like, adult. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. The Curse of the Unknown.
yeah.
Oh, that was like the Pokemon movie 3 is the one with the girl in the Entei.
Yeah, it's an Entei.
Molly.
Dan Green Entei.
Yeah.
I'm Dan Green.
The one that's creepy because she becomes older and weirdly
And
attractive.
then the Arceus movie, the human Arceus wants to kill, is voiced by Dan Green, so I just call it the Pokemon Arceus The Hunt for Dan Green.
Oh, have you heard Arceus?
How funny would it be if Arceus gets voiced by Dan Green in the new Arceus game?
Hey, it would have been better than whoever they fucking got in the last movie.
And then we got Guzzlord, the greatest voice in the world.
Oh, no,
Alright, anyway.
And then we got the new Mewtwo voice, which is so stupid.
So anyway, Kenzan runs up to help Espada fight the last sage, and Tomo runs off to fight Storius, and that's the end of the episode.
So I never realized it until...
This episode is literally just, I'll hold them off, you go ahead, the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're meant to watch the finale in one big go.
Like we did.
Tell that to the weekly episode airing show.
Well, yeah, but like you watch it from week to week, but then once it comes out on DVD and you go out to the rental store, because rental stores are so big in Japan, you're not gonna buy that shit. Oh, fuck that.
Anyway.
You're gonna. But anyways, where was I going with this? I realized until after we were done recording last week, Toma has his regular sword.
He has them both.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, wait, how does that work? I thought
He keeps the other one in hammer. They're not the same sword. They're different swords.
Yeah, but
No, he got because like his power-up sword is the sword of all swords.
The Hauken didn't replace Rekka. He just has them both.
Yeah, I just find it
He
odd.
just keeps the other one in hammer space.
It's just sort of odd to think about that though, because since he's gotten Cross Saber, that's all he's been. But now up to this point, oh, by the way, here's your old sword. Wait, I thought his old sword got transformed into the Cross Saber.
No, they just created the Hauken separately.
That's sort of...
Yeah, it was the sword.
Sort of?
It was the sword that was created with the powers of all the other swords.
That's sort of dumb. That
Well,
they,
it's like
that
it's,
they never again
I know.
because the shitty head writer that he is, he could have thrown in that bit of dialogue, or the directors could have went.
We saw it being created from nothing. It didn't replace Rekka.
yeah, it's like Aruto having the 01 driver and the 02 driver. He's got both belts. Just fuck it.
I would have liked to have, while he uses one sword, the other one is, sheathed in the fucking EI slot.
Ooh.
I think that would have been cool.
Yeah, but then the stunt guy suit actor couldn't do much stunts.
We'll see about
Anyways,
that.
the fighting was good, choreography was really nice, but just I'm ready to wrap this shit up,
This
man.
is
Let's get
transition
this done. I
Yeah.
just want to see what happens. Is Toma dies, when Taro die, who the fuck knows?
Speaking of dying, it looks like next episode Saber fights Storius, and then Toma falls down that fucking very conspicuous hole.
Also, we see Reika fall down too.
Well, I mean, everyone
looks like
falls
she got
down.
Disturbed.
They're all gonna fucking
She got stabbed.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Reika finally gonna pay for her sins?
May was glowing or something, as if she was some sort of Gallifreyan thinking about to regenerate. I was expecting her to before walking out of the bookstore. I don't want to go.
I like that idea, Blaze. If he dual wields Rekka and Cross Saber.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Well, that's the interesting thing. He can use the sword to summon another Rekka, and then he can have 3 Rekka.
I mean, he dual wielded Rekka and Ikazuchi earlier.
He did.
How awesome would it be if he just activates one Hisatsu, draws the sword, puts the other one in the sword driver, activate Hisatsu, double Hisatsu.
Yeah, I know some small little editing tricks that they did. Like when they when Ren and Daishinji, when they were demorphed, you see them start to demorph, but then it cuts to a completely different shot of them fully there. It's like you can tell that they just had the suit actors on hand in that one scene, and then they went to film the next scene.
Yeah. Alright, anyways, that's Saber.
Change to Zenkai.
Do we have to?
This monster was actually surprisingly interesting.
Voiced by All Might, apparently.
Yeah.
Cold Stevens. That's not his voice actor name. He's just from Godzilla's Singular Point, also named Stevens.
So we got Togyuwardo, bullfighter.
So what? It's a world where everyone just bullfights? That sounds so.
All these
awful.
worlds are so hyper focused. Like those must be awful places to live if you're not into
Go to
it.
shopping topia. All you do is shop till you drop.
Yeah, we'll go invade the comfy couch planet.
Couchtopia?
That fucking monster had some dance moves though.
Yeah.
I'll admit, this episode made me fall asleep. I think it's...
Are you sure that's not just because you pulled an all-nighter this week?
No, it's not that. I think it's more or less like... As I was watching this episode, I'm just starting to... Like, I'm not saying Zenkaiger's bad, but I'm just noticing that it's starting to follow the same premise. Where instead of having, like, the character of the episode, you just have... like world monsters show up. World monster affects community.
They're doing the monster of the week plots for too long.
Yeah,
some actual plot should be happening by now.
Yeah, and not only that, but just they're not just affecting one person. It's the same thing over and over. Affect the community.
Yeah.
It's like it's like you can do that once in a while, but just I don't know. Maybe have some sort of focus character of the episode so that the ranger can also develop as well with said focus character episode.
I mean, this one was, I don't know.
Like, okay, let's use a good example from Kira Major. Takamichi's character development when the Marshmallow World, or like with the Marshmallow Mask guy.
Uh-huh.
It also had a character focus. It also had a character of the episode which tied back to Takamichi's origin.
Mm-hmm.
So, bam, we're developing the story when it's just a generic monster of the week.
Yeah.
Here, it's like, oh, okay, there's the sensei at the dojo. Are we going to learn anything about him?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, look, there's a bus full of, like, tourists or whatever.
Like,
are any of them going to be important?
The thing is, all Zenkaiger has going for it is that
it's funny.
It's funny and crazy. But, like, as we saw with Kira Major, shows can be funny and have good plot and good character development.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this show just isn't hitting it
Like
exactly as I thought it was.
Also, for an anniversary season, it's not a good anniversary season.
Like, Zoo Ogre felt like a better anniversary season, and it wasn't even cramming in the whole Sentai anniversary.
No, and then they were just like, oh, you want a Rider or Sentai crossover? Well, here's a separate special where they team up with the Gokaigers. Cool. Go.
Well, that was a big celebration because it was the 2000th episode of Super Sentai.
That too.
So anyways, this episode is about the bullfighter world whoever he hits with his attack gets turned, or not turned into, but like starts acting like a bull, complete with fake horns on them.
That's right. Okay, I need to mention this. So at some point, like, a bunch of them are bulls and like have horns and stuff. So Zox decides to use a Gingaman gear, and he summons, like, the spirit of Bull Black, and apparently, like, Sechin's like, oh yeah, Bull Black is, like, really good with, like, bovines, and they're, like, attracted to him.
He fucking tamed them!
Did that with Bull Black ever in Gingaman?
No, it was just a design aesthetic.
So they literally pulled this power out of their ass with the gear!
Yeah, I was sort of like, is he going to use a flame attack or something? Like, is he going to use earth power? No,
it's just they like him because he is bull.
Because he is a bull.
Why?
That was the dumbest shit ever.
It was pretty wasteful of a gear.
You know what would have
and it only lasted like 6 seconds!
You know what would have been better? Use the Zooja gear. Yamato, the zoologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lover of all animals. That would have tied back into the animal thing. No, Bull Black because he's a bull as well.
So he's good with bovines. It's like
I like CO2. That gear was utter bullshit.
It was utter bullshit.
And also, there's this B plot about how because the Zenkaiju gear, which is alive, had a little num num of Gaon's fucking cooking.
Fucking let out a huge burp, which fucking that threw me off for like a couple minutes.
Because Gaon got angry at the Zenkaiju gear for eating his food while he was cooking it, they can't summon it. But then it just turns out that it's not because of that. It's because the stupid robot got its tail launched in a fucking garbage can or garbage bag net. Completely invalidating the whole emotional development of this stupid fucking B-plot.
And then you also have to remember the fact that Zox has his very own. So they could just use that.
Yeah! Zox doesn't summon his until they actually successfully summon theirs, and that only happens because they tried it a second time, and it just yoinked harder to break free from the fucking bag.
Yeah, that was sort of dumb. But I at least I do at least gotta give the show credit for them acknowledging that of Jiren being like, oh, I was hard on Gowan because he upset the kaiju here. And then Flint's over here like, what do you mean upset? That thing's I didn't build those things out of an artificial intelligence.
It's a fucking robot.
It's as dumb as bricks.
Well, smart enough to fucking eat a sausage and then burp.
And like, it's supposed to be like a little bit of advancement on Gowan, like learning to not be racist against Kikainoids, but it doesn't even succeed at doing that.
I'm sorry, but that's just weird. I don't understand that development of I don't like Kikainoids. But you are a Kikainoid.
Apparently his justification for it is, Kikainoids can protect themselves. Fuck them. I need to worry about humans because they can't protect themselves.
He'll come around by the fucking finale.
It's just like, it's just weird. I get what they're going for. It's like he's someone that doesn't like who he is on the inside.
He's a self-hating Sentai.
And then we got this stuff with Stacy where Yachan's very nice to him. He's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, he said something about this might be my last visit, and I'm like, well, that's a death flag.
And the whole time Sechin's just fucking being like, stare.
Yeah.
Or what if he comes back as Mecha Stacy? Where he has like robot...
Mecha Stacy!
Like, he has like robot parts attached to his face or something.
Oh god,
like,
Cyber Stacy.
Yeah, like he has a metal ring around his head, and half his face is a robot.
So he got like fucking half roboticized?
Yeah, he gets like roboticized.
Oh, like freaking Strongman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see what they do with Stacy, because so far it's the only thing keeping me watching.
That's gonna happen. He's gonna become a good guy, and then like fucking.
And then they'll like roboticize him to bring him back.
Like they did to Astronema, because she's trying to get her memories back.
Oh, you're becoming too good. We gotta fix you.
Yep.
Also, I swear they cut the lines of Geget in this episode because it looks like in some moments he's trying to speak, but he's just sitting there. I'm like, is this because of the whole entire scandal thing that happened with his voice actor recently?
I don't know.
Yeah,
oh my god, why does he
it's
have
a voice, man?
So anyway, they summon the Zenkaiju gear, they do their double Hisatsus, and Gaon was like holding off the crowd, and like after he goes down, he starts like sparking, and I'm like, they would not kill him off. No fucking way.
That was at least clever with the bullfighters or fucking the bull
the
world.
Togyu Dai World, which summoned goddamn fucking barbecues!
Barbecues everywhere, and you see like cars laid on like grills and stuff. It's super funny.
Oh no, that was when I passed out. That was when
Rightly so.
Yeah, right when I was.
I'm just like, fuck this show!
Like, I'm not saying it's a bad show, it's just...
And then, the part you didn't see because you were asleep, Beef Tongue Attack!
I'm sorry, what?
It summons a literal tongue and has it coil around the Zord so it can't attack.
So then Zox goes into his SD form and like the
Super
Q-Rex
Kaiser with the fucking
chest
Q-Rex face.
Yeah,
it pops off and then runs around eating the beef tongue.
To free it, yeah.
Gotta love your fucking beast Zord with a detachable face.
And then defeats it with a fucking salvo of fucking gunfire.
Like, honestly, the thing that woke me up was the Kikai part. I was like, yeah.
Well, you missed Battle Caesar Robo 2 showing up.
Yeah, I didn't realize it had...
It's back! He's got a slightly different head now!
He's got horns.
Well, it's one horn instead of the two.
Oh, the two's the original.
Yes.
I like that one better.
I don't see what the difference is. Like,
he's got a new head.
It's
I want it.
Stronger and...
He's a fast boy.
He's the second member.
Yes, Kage, we talked about how, the beef simping.
Yes. And yeah, so Stacy still wants to kick to Zenkaiger.
He shows up, ready to fight, and then the fucking episode ends!
They like to do that a lot in this show. Just they have it in the middle of a battle and just, nope, next episode you get to see what happens.
The next episode better be goddamn fucking Stacy focused the whole way through if they're gonna do this shit.
Okay. question for you, Gar, because I noticed they do this a lot with Stacy. Did like Showa Sentai ever do that where they ended episode like in the middle of the battle?
No, because
Okay.
a lot of early Sentai was meant to be episodic, because at the time there were no like,
Writers.
well, not writers, but there were no like physical media to actually sell this show on until much later.
Oh.
So essentially everything was episodic, where like that's why there's like little to no character development throughout the show.
Gotcha.
And if it were,
Why should we bother if we can't sell it?
essentially,
Sell it!
Wow.
but you know, there is, not saying that there isn't character development in these shows, but it's more or less they're more or less in their own contained episode.
And then they forget about it next week.
Yeah, essentially.
Anyways, yeah, this episode was meh.
So let's move on to our feature topic, the 2-episode ZenkaiRed special.
Or the Zenkaiger movie.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, so as I mentioned at the start, what I didn't realize is that this 2-episode miniseries apparently happens after the Zenkaiger Red Ranger movie.
the Red Army movie.
Yeah.
ZenkaiRed was so fucking cool. I loved him. And like, watching this made me realize a great idea for an actual fucking Zenkaiger movie, which would have been fantastic. So, okay, well, let's see if Gar approves of this. So hear me out, folks. So, like, his whole deal in this is, like, he considers himself to be the first Zenkaiger, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna make the real Zenkaiger team. So I feel like...
With Red Rangers and humans and
yeah,
blackjack.
so I think the Zenkaiger movie should have been, he shows up with an actual human team of Zenkaigers, and they say that they're the actual team.
With actual Sentai suits, not this robot shit.
Yeah, and then, like, they have to fight the actual Zenkaigers, and, like, oh, who's the real one?
It's a battle over who gets to be the real
I feel like that'd be a
Zenkaigers.
cool concept for a movie.
It honestly just sounds like what they did with the finale of Akiba Ranger Season 1, where they were slowly being turned into an official Sentai.
That was funny.
And which Akiba Red's after he realizes, wait a minute, this is starting to feel like a Sentai show. But we're the unofficial team, so we gotta be different.
Yeah.
And then he does the thing of like waiting for the text to show up on screen to check out the website.
Yep.
Shh. What?
He starts fighting Hate Saburo.
Yeah.
But no, ZenkaiRed is so fucking cool.
He was surprisingly interesting.
Really awesome.
He was kind of an asshole, but he was rad.
and
And
like,
he had a different Hisatsu where he like shot a fucking fire blade out of his
yeah, he
Gearlinger.
uses his Gearlinger as a sword. It was super cool, and like this, it's just a red Zenkaiser suit, and like I've said before, like I love the Zenkaiser suit, so seeing it in like any color is just
And we actually got like
gorgeous.
a proper ass henshin for it. It was awesome.
yeah, Zenkaiger. So we
I talked about the movie since I didn't watch the Zenkai yet. So
sure. What did you think of the movie?
I thought the movie was really okay.
So
Cool.
I like that the movie starts with Kaito like after where like Aka Ranger goes up to, he's like, wait, you're not a red, and so I feel like
He gets all fucking self-conscious about it.
so no, but I was listening to carefully in how Aka Ranger was saying it. He wasn't saying it like you're not a red. He was like, wait, you're not a red. Like he was saying it like curiously.
He wasn't questioning him being the leader. He was just questioning why he wasn't red.
Yeah.
Especially he just saved them and all that.
Yeah.
And he's just like, here's the gear. You know what to do. Wait, you're not the Red Ranger?
So yeah,
What the fuck?
so Kaido took it the wrong way, and he just thinks, oh, I don't deserve to be a leader.
Was I supposed to be red?
It's just awkward because in the
I'm
movie,
sorry.
in the movie, it was sort of played up as just a joke, and then they don't acknowledge it.
And this special is about him taking it way too serious.
Yeah, so I mean, because it's up.
And then, like, just to allude to ZenkaiRed, there's just a fucking random ass red balloon sitting outside their shop the whole show.
Oh god, Pennywise.
No, I just wanted to quote fucking Nostalgia Critic from his hit review. Balloon!
The old Zenkai changed.
So, apparently in the movie, we get super monster bad guy?
The name is Super Warumono World, and Warumono means bad guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
super
bad guy world.
Super bad guy world. In this ZenkaiRed special, we got
His brother.
normal bad guy world.
Literally, Norumaru Warumono Warudo.
It's the same fucking guy. He just says normal all
It's
the time.
it's the most elongated, fucking weirdly pronounced monster name ever.
Just reuse the exact same fucking monster.
Also, I watched the TV Nihon subs of the movie, and I fucking hate that the fan sub group included the freaking catchphrases at the end of each sentence.
Well, that's how they talk.
Well, I know that's how they talk, but you don't insert it into the fucking subtitle.
I think you should. That's how they talk. That's how it should be. That's how it should be read.
It's your phrasing.
Yeah, but you should say it once, but then it just gets annoying as you're reading it.
It's supposed to be annoying. They're the villains.
But it's annoying to read because it just...
Well, then stop reading it.
What if
Learn Japanese, Gar.
I like subs being accurate. Thank you.
Your sister could probably teach you Japanese.
I would not want to be taught by a
One other thing I want to say about this special, the fucking Zenkaiger group henshin in the first episode, that was different and awesome.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
It was from a completely different angle. Like they're all standing in like this V formation, and you see the gears just like come straight at them. It's pretty cool.
The movie.
It was in the movie too?
Yeah, that was in the movie.
Okay.
Because keep in mind, the movie came out before the show started.
Yeah.
So it was heavily meant to be a like a preview of what the show would be.
ZenkaiRed is just Aka-Red with the dragon shield.
Yeah.
I love the red Zenkai Red.
Yes, it's good.
It just sucks that we're never gonna see it again.
I love that like promo shot before the episode starts of like you see Zenkaiser and ZenkaiRed, and then they like
squash their helmets
and then you
together.
see their helmets together, but even though it's split halfway down the middle, it still looks like he's like 3/4 red.
Oh yeah, because Zenkaiser's helmet
has the red stripe.
Has the red in the middle there.
Yeah,
so it does look like ZenkaiRed. Except like
Zenkai mostly red.
Look out of here. So basically, yeah, ZenkaiRed just comes up and he's just like, "Oh, I'm the leader of Zenkaiger.
I'm here to start the real Zenkaigers. I'll watch how you fight. Oh, you guys suck? Cool, I'm gonna go start my team. Bye."
And then Gaon becomes human some fucking how.
Yeah, so over the course of the 2 episodes, at just random intervals, the other 4 Zenkaigers just pop into their human forms.
And I really think they should have turned Kaito into a Kikai. It would have been so funny.
I think the closest approximation to that you're gonna see is Super Zenkaiser. That's what he would look like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just like literally get one of the normal Kikainoid like civilian suits and then put Kaito's clothes on it.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's like, oh, and he has like the upset face or whatever.
I'm a Kikai now.
Kaito.
Kikaito! That was the joke I said earlier.
Yep. So he's the Fugitoid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put his vest on the Fugitoid. There you go. But yeah, we also get to see ZenkaiRed's henshin, and it's pretty cool.
It's rad.
And it got the Tokuger singer.
Daichi Miura.
Yeah.
I believe he's the one who sang the Exit opening.
Well, no, like, isn't he Zenkaired in this?
Yes.
That's Daichi Miura, really?
I believe so.
What? And just
He did sing the Tokuger theme.
So like we see all the Zenkai, the Kikainoids turn into humans, whatever like that, and obviously it's still their VAs over the actors' bodies.
Yeah, the actors are not the voices, so they're still being dubbed over even while human.
Oh, yeah, Zuran was Karya. Yeah.
And yeah, the one.
I mean, it makes sense.
The guy playing Zuran's human form played Karya, aka Kentucky Fried Karya, in Kamen Rider Amazons.
He's the leader of Gut Select and Trigger.
Oh, you mean the thing that he hasn't done anything with yet?
I love his shirt, just saying.
I mean, he has Stand Up with Agnes, which is pretty cool.
That is true.
That was pretty good.
And meanwhile, Vroon is over here looking like a fucking mad rogue.
I love when Majine's trying to like do fortune telling and stuff, and Vroom's just all in her fucking face, like have you figured out Majine? Is it magic? Is it not magic? And he like looks through the crystal ball. He's like, what is it?
I love that shot of him looking through the crystal ball, and I'm gonna use that as the fucking thumbnail.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny. And so basically what we find out about ZenkaiRed is just the most disappointing fucking thing ever. So we get tricked
and not only is it disappointing, but it comes in like stages where they tell us a thing and we make
4 times we get tricked on what this guy's deal is.
Yeah.
It's So like the first one, it's like, oh, he's actually like the first Zenkaiger. Like he's actually like the Red Ranger.
He called himself the first Zenkaiger, so like, oh, was he around beforehand? He just never showed up till now.
So then the second trick that they make us think it is that normal bad guy world made him up, like imagined him to have a red kick his ass.
This person was created by normal Warumono world. That is how they posit it to us. When Boko House and all them are talking about ZenkaiRed, they're like, oh, he was created thanks to this guy's imagination. So I'm like, so he's not even a real person? He was just conjured by the monster? That was part 2.
Yeah.
Part 3, we flash back and we find out that no, this is an actual person, just some fucking rando off the street that the monster created a fake Geartlinger and gear and handed to and said, hey, you want to be a fucking Sentai? And that was all for the purpose of, I am a Sentai monster. I need a Sentai to fight.
Now I really wish it was Akiva Red's actor.
That would have been so funny.
Just for it to come full circle.
I get to be a Sentai?
Yeah, of him become. Now I want to watch superhero, like high school heroes. That's a great Sentai homage show, man.
So we find out that this is a real person, a real rando that just walked in off the street that was just recruited by normal Warumono world. Which is cool because like we were like, oh man, this guy's cool, and then at the end of it, he's like, oh, my gear is still here. I wonder what that means.
Kaido's like, it came from your heart.
Oh my god, it's the world's first Sentai gear created from the heart of a person. And we were like, oh, that's cool. Maybe he'll come back later.
Okay, you know what? That's a funny joke. I'll let you finish. I'll say what I was gonna say.
But like, he just walks off with the gear, like not even the Geartlinger, because that was a fake.
Me and Ishi are just sitting there like, oh, maybe he'll show up later in the series. That'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be cool if he like comes back with his own team of Zenkaigers.
Team of Zenkaigers.
And that was how Lane came up with his movie idea.
Yeah.
And then the fucking special pulls the rug out from under us with part 4 of this deception. The whole thing was a dream!
It was a dream!
Kaito was just sleep deprived!
Well, yeah, they were. Keep in mind, this takes place after Garbage World. So he spent all day yesterday cleaning up garbage.
That's true.
So,
I love this special so much, and then they just do that!
And like, they use the Lupin Ranger and Power Ranger gears.
Oh, yeah.
They summon the emblems, and they like actually do like the salute and the adieu and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah,
like,
Zenkaiger and ZenkaiRed pair off and use the Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger gears, and it says Yonjuni Bang at the same time, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
oh, right, because they're both 40.
The 42nd
42.
season.
Yeah, they're both the 42 year.
Yeah.
They should have just went with the team members and not show.
I agree. They should have also went with the team members. But, like, it was a great special, but, like, why do you do that to us, man?
The one thing the show did besides Stacy that was awesome, and you go and make it non-canon.
ZenkaiRed was such an interesting concept. I loved him. And
oh yeah, let's also talk about the part where it's like, oh, he gets some like inspiration about being the white leader, and then all other fucking Sentai whites just like talk to him.
Yeah, Ninja White, fucking Big One, and then like Boken Red, Patron Ichigo.
Yeah, they
have white on
they
them.
show a bunch of like Sentai Reds whose costumes are mostly white, but they're still the Red Rangers.
Val Japan's there.
And then the most grievous offense of all, they try and pass off Shishi Red Orion as a white-colored leader ranger. And I'm like, it's a fucking power-up, you bastards!
Oh, you assholes.
Now, see, this probably would have made more sense than Power Rangers, because Tom was the white.
Right?
Ranger.
Yeah, also, we see Ninja White, like her actual actor, and she's just like, don't worry, I'm glad my team, you can do it.
Don't matter if you're red or white, man or woman.
I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh, she definitely was the leader of the Cocky Rangers. So.
Yeah, but no one gave it.
No one gave a shit.
No one gave a fuck!
like literally, I can.
Everyone was there for Jiraiya!
No, I could literally count more times than I can of how many times they actually gave a shit about her leadership.
No.
That sentence was a little convoluted, but I get what you're saying.
The 90s, it was different times.
It's like Tsuruhime is canonically the leader of the Cocker
Just like how
Rangers,
Jen is the leader of the Time Force Rangers.
but it doesn't really go anywhere.
Don't matter if you're red or white.
Like, Toei, You do good things, but why do you take away the good things from us? Like, we'll never see ZenkaiRed ever again. It sucks, man. Oh.
Yeah, unless he has another dream and he comes out of his dream and becomes real. I don't fucking know. You had a perfect opportunity for something amazing and that you could call back to later, and you ruined it.
And now I'm like thinking, it made me think too, because like you see, like he was talking about, like, oh yeah, we need, like, you just recruit a bunch of Kikai-noids for your fucking team, and then I'm like, so if Kaido recruited humans for Zenkaigers, would they have different suits?
Yeah, they'd have normal suits, not this fucking robot shit.
Are you sure? Because it probably would.
Because why else would Kaito have a normal Sentai suit and not a Kikai suit like the others?
Because the others are meant to be giant robots.
Yeah, because they're inspired by the mechs.
I feel like if they were humans, their suits wouldn't be nearly as bulky.
Since he's based on a Go Ranger, they didn't have a mech.
Yeah, they had a flying machine.
They had a flying Batmobile.
Anyway.
So ZenkaiRed special, fantastic, super fun. I enjoyed it.
I also like how at one point he's like, "Oh, tell me your human name." "Oh, I'll tell you when I become leader of the Zenkaiger."
And that's how we should have fucking known that, like, this guy was not real.
Now this.
No, I was ready to chalk that up to just him
being mysteriously cool.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, that means he'll come back later, and then we'll learn his name then."
Yeah.
Fucking nope.
No.
It was just Kaito couldn't think up a name in his subconscious.
Yeah, so like
That's possible.
yeah, it is.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying that's what happened, and it was a fucking letdown.
I mean, to be fair, I've had dreams where I've made out with random chicks, but I never,
I never learned their names.
I never learned their name. Fun fact, that's how that dream started, with the one where I was on the toilet and Arc Zero busted down the door.
Yeah, no, that happened. You talked about that.
Okay.
That was the greatest dream. I
All right.
remember that.
Oh, the greatest dream I still ever had was when my family turned into fucking monsters and they chased me down, and then the White Ranger came down and killed them.
Jesus.
It saved my life. No, that memory was when I was fucking 5-6 years old, and I still remember it clear as day.
All right.
No, I don't think it beats me sitting on the crapper and Arc Zero busting down the door, asking, because he knew I had plans to. I had the data that could beat him, and it was in the belts that were on the ground by my pants.
Anyways,
Why were the? No, I'm not.
I'm going to start a fucking like campaign to make ZenkaiRed actually fucking canon. Like, no, you know what they need to do, and they should have done this. It would have made it so funny. Like, if you just watch an episode of Zenkaiger, like any point, and you just see him just in the background somewhere as a rando, and you're like, get him for the team! Make the Zenkaiger! Come on!
All right. Anyways, we need to wrap up because I have to piss real bad. That was fucking Zenkaiger. So much lost potential. Anyway, that is Kikai Radio Sentai Castranger. Next week we'll talk about the actual movie, since I confirmed that is subbed, and I guess you also confirmed because you were watching it. So next week we'll talk about the actual Zenkaiger movie, the Red Battle, whatever you call it.
Unfortunately, I will not be here next week because I start my job training and it requires me to be there really late in the evening. So unfortunately,
but Emily will be here next week.
Emily will be here, so she'll tag in.
Yeah.
Her for me.
Thank you everyone for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, being awesome. Our primary source of hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. Find all our shit there. You know what it is. I say it every week.
Now, wait a minute. They should have, if they were doing Red Rangers with white highlights, they should have done Super Geki Red then.
We already had Orion. I guess they didn't want to push the envelope too much.
That's stupid.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So fucking. It should have just been Big One's actor showing up and be like,
all right, we're going.
Listen, man. You're white. You're cool.
All right, bye.
Bye. Oh, God.